Hi everyone, Gordon here with another Tech Time with Gordon. Today I'm going to be talking about virtual reality. So I'm going to explain what virtual reality or VR is. I'm going to explain what the pros are and why you should get involved in it, the equipment that you would need in order to get into VR, and then kind of talk about a few of the cons and how to deal with them. So let's begin. Give you a better idea of what virtual reality is, or VR for short. It is a computer-generated simulation in which a person can interact with the artificial three-dimensional environment that they are in using electronic devices. So right now I am in the real world, but with virtual reality I could be in space, I could be in the Wild West, I could be on a beach. Basically, it's going to create an environment where I can interact with and enjoy. When it comes down to experiencing VR, it's fun for the whole family, for younger children to older adults. Anyone can play. If you look at my picture above, you can see a happy older adult playing VR for the first time. It is also great for those who have mobility issues, so if you're unable to go to the beach physically yourself, why don't you bring the beach to yourself with VR? In regards to what you can do with VR, you can do quite a bit, but I'm going to give you some highlighted ideas. So you can watch 360-degree videos. What these videos allow, basically it lets the user feel like they're taking part in the video. So if you've ever been interested in riding a roller coaster but don't have the nerve to do it in real life, well, VR allows you to have that same feeling with these videos. You can also play immersive video games such as, maybe going fishing, enjoying a relaxing day casting a line. You could do bowling. There are quite a few games out there that might be for you. One thing that I really enjoy doing is virtual travel or exploring. We can again utilize the videos to check out places that we've never done. An example is there's a video that I love that's a 3-minute trip to Cairo, and it explains all the sites that you can see in Cairo, and you actually feel like you're there yourself. There are games one's called Wander Vision that allows you to access Google Maps, so it does feel like you're on the street while you're exploring any part of the world you wish. So there's a lot of fun things that you can do there. VR comes in many shapes and sizes, however they all have similar components. The first one is a headset, so if you look above that device that's in the middle, that's a headset. So it's basically a pair of goggles that you strap onto your head, and it allows you to see your virtual environment. But the other component for the headset is it also tracks your motion. So if I start moving this way, the image is going to follow, so it's going to adjust accordingly. Next is controls. If you notice these little small devices here, basically they allow you to interact with your virtual environment, and sometimes they allow you to simulate motion, so treat them almost like virtual hands. So if you're playing a game, you can use it to pick up an object, throw an object, or like I was saying about fishing, you could cast a reel and use one control to bring the fish back to you. Now all of this will have software, so depending on the VR experience or device that you have, it might be all built in the headset. However, some will require that you have a computer that it hooks up to. With this software, it does help create the images as well, and it controls the environment that you are taking part in. Like all technology, VR does have its problems and issues, and I will note that if you have epilepsy or it runs in the family, I would consult a doctor before strapping on a VR headset because it could cause seizures or blackouts. However, for majority of people, the biggest issue tends to be motion sickness. I myself am very prone to motion sickness, so I can relate to this. However, there are steps in overcoming this. The first thing I would encourage is to take baby steps. This could be a 5-minute experience in VR and then just take it off. Next time go in, maybe go 10 minutes. Your body will gradually build up a tolerance, so you'll get better the more attempts you try. So, just little baby steps. Also, depending on what you are viewing or experiencing in VR, I find that if it is a experience that only has no movement whatsoever, my motion sickness doesn't get set off. So it also depends on what you're playing. I find that if you are required to move in VR, and things start moving around you in that capacity, that's when you might get the motion sickness. Another suggestion is aim a fan at yourself. The cool air will help. You can take Dramamine or like motion sickness medication before you jump into VR. This can help as well. Next problem, people fear that they're going to run into things. I'm sure everyone, some people have seen those funny YouTube videos where the person runs into a wall and all that. There are steps to avoid this. Most VR, the first thing any VR headset will tell you is just to remove all obstacles from your play space. So you want to move that chair, you want to move anything that you can, or that are considered tripping hazards. Next, you're generally going to create your play space in VR. This is going to be an invisible barrier that surrounds you. Once you put that barrier in place, if you start moving and go beyond that barrier, it will let you know by creating kind of almost like an invisible fence. So you know you've hit your boundaries and you shouldn't go any further. Another thing is if you have another person with you, another set of eyes are great. They can assist, and if they notice that you are veering away from your play space or someone might be coming into the room, they can stop them from entering your play space, because unfortunately when you're in VR, you are lost to your original environment. So having an extra person or a buddy will help prevent avoiding any of those accidents. So I hope this gives you a better idea of virtual reality in regards to what it can do for you, what is required, and kind of some safety tips along the way to avoid motion sickness or running into people. So, if you are interested or curious about it, I would say, check it out, go online, do a little bit of research. You may find that you might really enjoy having that virtual reality experience. If you haven't seen my last video, please check it out over here. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please subscribe down below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you have any suggestions on videos that I can do in regards to technology, please feel free to email me at gpalmer@collingwood.ca. Have a nice day. Bye for now.